Hi and welcome to Winner's Corner. The Criterium Sunday is finally here and we are going to find out who the best 3-year-old horses in the country are. The site is of course Solvalla Racetrack and of course we also offer a V75 round to this Sunday. Harry, looking in the past, what Criterium winner would you say has impressed you the most over the years?
I think the first Criterium that I ever was present at Solvalla Live, and it was Ulf Nordin's ex-Hammering beating the great favourite Pixie from Sig Hoy Jonsson's stable. That's a memory that will always stay with me. Ex-Hammering was after quick pay, and that was the greatest for me at any rate.
Very well then, this is the day when you could find a new historical favourite, but we get back to that a little later. For now we start in race 7, V75's third leg, and it's the Gold Division final, and it holds horses such as Milligan School, Heavy Sound, Make the Mark, Charua Forlan and Volstead, and they're all after that first prize check of 400,000 Swedish crowns, Harry. How do you read this race?
Oh, it's a tough race, it really is. But I think I found really a very, very good bet. And you just have to look at the clip that I've chosen for you. It's at Hagmyr in a very short straight. Have a look who's coming on the stand side here. It's Heavy Sound. And there are not many horses in the world that can match his turn of speed over those last 200. If he's thereabouts in the leading pack and gets the right trip, nobody will beat him. I think Heavy Sound will win at 6-7 to 1 and you'll be cheering me home. Heavy Sound.
So we start off with a nice win bet there in race 7 this Sunday with number 3 Heavy Sound. Next race to take a closer look at is race 8 V75 4, and it's here the best 3-year-old mares in the country are going to fight it out. It's the Oaks final, and I know, Harry, that you have a personal favorite here in number 6 A Sweet Dance with Johnny Takter. Are you sure now that this doesn't judge your judgment when you recommend a win bet?
Absolutely not. I love this filly. I've got a love affair with her, just like Johnny Takter. Sweet Dance is the greatest 3-year-old filly I've ever seen, and I'm prepared to put my head on the block and say she's the best filly in the world for her age right now. This is a world star. And Johnny Takter coming back from retirement, and it's the only thing that brought him back. He says, once in a lifetime you get a chance to drive a horse like this. I'm not missing that, and that's why he came back from retirement. And you think about Moneymaker, the horses Takter has driven. For him to say something like that, then you know that it means, I don't know, A Sweet Dance, the queen of queens and the love of Harry's life.
So, A Sweet Dance, number 6, will win the Oaks if Harry is correct. And that is in race 8. We move on to race 9. It's a long-distance race over 2,640 meters. It's V75 5. And the horses here are divided up over 2 tiers. A difficult race to solve, but you found some value here.
Yeah, I like, as you've noticed, I like to take a show bet when I feel that there's a good chance of getting good money. And the horse that stands out for me and is very lowly ranked, 5-6%, and I just can't believe it, is number 10 Capish GL. Oscar Julian Blum in the sulky here. Have a look at his finish here, and I just can't believe it. He's 5%, and he's consistently being there, 3rd, 5th. He finishes 3rd here. In his last race, he finished 5th, but he was moving at the end, and here I really think you've got a value for bet show, and I honestly see him in the first 3.
A show bet in race 9 on number 10, Capiche GL. We move on to the daily double in races 10 and 11, and DD1, it holds the highlight race of the day, the Criterium final. Many people say that this year might hold the best Criterium field ever, Harry, because some of the horses were, to put it mildly, amazing in the qualification rounds. What do you have to say?
I couldn't agree with you more. I know I'm using superlative after superlative with A Sweet Dance, with William, but this is the standard of Swedish Horse Racing. We are the best in the world, and I'm saying this is the strongest Criterium field ever. You can't believe how good this field is. I mean, we've got the 2 that I've chosen, I've had to choose, but you've got Jerry Reardon's Betting Gangster. You've got an unbeaten 5, Cab Lane from Timo Nurmos. He knows how to win the Criterium and the Derbies. You've got 4 Fantone Am. You've got a phenomenal field. And really, it is tough to pick them out, but I have to go for 2 horses. And if you're going to push me, there are 2 of them that stand out. And that's why I've taken the Erik Adielsson Attraversiamo, Forza Italia. And I've also included Konrad Lugar's Campo Bahia. Have a look at this Attraversiamo. He literally, as I say, it's a doddle. It's a walk in the park. And this is a phenomenal horse. Svante Barth, the trainer, Erik Adielsson. This is one of the favourites to win.
And then the other horse, Campo Bahia.
Have a look at this Campo Bahia with Konrad Lugar. he's not even... Konrad Lugar said after the race that he didn't want to push the horse. He said, I used him 50%. So what more are we going to see? I say we're going to see a world record, and it's going to be one of those two that are going to break it. Otherwise, I'll be a betting gangster.
Very well, then. We move on to DD2, and here we have the Diamond Mare Final over full distance. 15 mares are after that price check of 250,000 Swedish crowns. Tell us about your two choices in this race.
Yeah, it's a very, very open race. I've taken a lot more in the V75 that you'll see later, but the two that stand out for me, and I'm looking for double odds, is number 9, Wild Love, a really, really capable filly. I think she's going to have a very good chance of winning this. And then obviously Gubben i Lådan, or Jack in the Box Schillstrom on number 3, Darling Harbour, is my other selection. I for once have gone for 4 combinations, and it's only because the horses are so darn good, and I just don't want to miss that double. And I think just because it's a big race day on Sunday that we're going to get a little extra for the double odds.
4 combinations there for the daily double this Sunday. The V75 is all about nailing the winners in 7 consecutive races. And you, Harry, are making a run for it this Sunday by believing that the 3 biggest favourites won't fail. Let's take a look at your system, and we see here that you have 3 bankers, and we haven't talked about your first banker, number 4 in Totosund, in the first leg. It's a race for elite mares. How sure are you that she's going to win this one? Well,
it's got Örjan Kihlström, Daniel Redén stable in great form. You saw her win last time out. It was also a walk in the park. She's a top class, a world class filly, always has been. She's come into top form at the right time. There's some very good opposition. Shadow Gar, number 1, and Indoor Voices stable companion, but forget it. 4 in Totosund is a clear winner for me.
Your next banker, number 6, Norton Commander in V75-2, is the biggest favorite of the day. He's won 67% of all his races, Harry. And would you say that he's this round's safest banker?
No, he's not the safest banker. There's a safer banker, but he's definitely a very good banker. I must say, Konrad Lugar, I take my hat off to you. What a fantastic string of horses he's put together in the last few years. He's come from strength to strength, and I've got to take my hat off to him. 6 Norton Commander must have a very, very good chance of winning. I can't see him being beaten, but he's still not the best banker of the day. But Norton Commander, Konrad Lugar, well done.
So the best banker then, Harry, who is the best banker? I suppose it is a sweet dance then.
Yeah, well, if you were in the race, Maria, you would be. But it's a sweet dance. And as I said in a very famous interview, commentary, where she was waltzing down the straight, whether it was a waltz or a tango, this filly is a 3-year-old filly that I rate as the number 1 filly in the world.
Very well then. Anything else that you want to say about your system? We can see that in the last 3 legs that you've added on quite a few horses.
Yes, I think, my principle this time is that if those 3 favourites come in, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a low payout. And you see time and time again, favourites winning in the V75, 2, 3 of them winning, and then suddenly you get a real shock win, and then you get a half outside win, and they are paying good money. And as I say, this system, despite my 3 bankers, you just need an upset in any of those remaining races, and you're going to get a good payout. So that's what I'm looking for.
3 bankers for the V75 system this criterium Sunday, and the amount of combinations are 840. SwedishHorseRacing.com is, of course, the website you turn to find out more about this race day and about Swedish horse betting and trotting in general. And with that, we wish you the best of luck with your bets, and we hope that you enjoy these fabulous races at Solvalla Racetrack this Sunday. Bye-bye.